Talk about some footwork here on shots. I'll start talking about here is working on coming off of a flare screen. So we are on the right side of the hoop. And what we're going to focus on is the player planting with their outside foot, using the ball and their inside leg to carry up their momentum so that they finish strong into their shot. So what we'll see, players going to spin it, go right, left, shot. Now it's very important on a flare screen, especially that the player uses their outside foot to plant so that it doesn't allow them and their momentum to carry them into a fade or fall away into their shot. You want to make sure, especially on flare, because a lot of your momentum is going to be coming with you, that you use it to go up straight into your shot and carry you through the hoop. So using the outside foot to plant, you have your left foot spinning through, ball coming in, all the momentum takes you into your shot. You can see foot is facing the rim, hips are square, shoulders are square. Great job by this player. Great way to establish flare footwork for a player who's by themselves. They don't have somebody to pass it to. So that's a great job. Get what that looks like from the inside view. Now we'll see what it looks like with the pass. And so as you can see, pass comes across, outside foot is planted, left side foot is using the ball with the momentum to go straight up and into their shot. You can see that the right foot is planted facing the hoop, left foot pointing a little bit out, but most players at this level are going to be strong enough to where they can adjust for it. So really want to make sure with your younger players that they are getting both feet squared to the hoop up and through their shot so they can go straight into their shot. You'll see that the player uses his left foot to plant, and that's too easy for a player's momentum to carry with them to where they're either going to start twisting as they shoot, or they shoot it and they're falling away, and now their shoulders are all sorts of places. They're not pointed at the rim, so it's a lot easier for players to get off balance, and then the shot's going to go either right or left. So we'll see here in a second. So now you can see planted the left foot, right side of his body is already starting to turn a little bit. And that's going to cause most players in this situation, they're going to miss to the left as their body turns to the right. So you really want to make sure that you plant with your outside foot so that your momentum takes you straight up and down. Now we'll see what it looks like with the left footwork. Now this is going to be the same side of the court. But you can see it's the same footwork. You're just flipping it to now the left side, or the player's left foot is going to be their plant foot. Up, coming. Now you can see left foot plant, right foot facing the hoop. Hips and shoulders are a little bit off center on this one. So you want to make sure when you're working with your players that they're going to be squared to the hoop a lot more up and down. But overall, not too bad on the footwork here. We'll watch it again. Left, right, shot. Now we'll look at it from underneath. Same thing. So again, we're planting with the left to stop our momentum so that we do not fade away. Right foot is planted looking at the hoop. The hoop is right behind myself. So this is a good job here. Hips square, shoulders square. Great job by the player. Now we'll watch it all the way through. A great job. Now we'll see what that looks like on the pass. And now this side, as you can see, we're on the left side of the court. So pass is coming from the middle. And as you can see, plants with the left. He uses his right foot, ball, all the momentum, carries him right into his shot, straight up and down. No fading, no twisting, nothing like that. This is a great example of the player getting start to finish square to the hoop. Great footwork. And this is going to be a perfect shot. Left, right, shot. It's perfect. Now we're going to look at what if curl. All right. So this is if players coming off of a curl screen, that you get a down screen, they're coming up, coming across. Now, what's very important about a curl is that you use your inside foot and inside leg to shield your defender, but also create space. So what we'll see is the player steps through with that right inside foot. So plants with the left, step through with the right. He's shielding his defender, excuse me, but he is also creating space to get here. And then what'll happen is his left leg is going to come across or come around, and that's what's going to give him the momentum to rise straight up into his shot. And it's great that when you use your inside foot, it also allows you to create that separation. Screen is here, but he's shooting from the middle of the lane. So he's created a lot of separation, and it makes it very difficult for his defender to contest the shot. And this is a good drill because it also works on your hand coordination, picking up a ball off the chair and going from a quick pickup to your release. Now we'll look at it again from the behind the hoop, or behind the player, excuse me. So same thing. He's coming up off of his curl, steps through with the right. Now on this one, he doesn't get quite as far as he did on the last one. We want to see him landing a little bit more over here, but he still does a good job of using his momentum straight up into his shot. As you can see, he's not fading or twisting or anything like that. So really, now what's important to get this foot further is that he's a little bit too high right now. So you want to make sure when you're working with your players that when they're coming off of a curl, they are low and they're extending the foot out, so that on, similar to the last shot, you want that shot coming here because it creates separation from your defender and it gives you an easier shot at the hoop. Right, left. So again, this is good footwork. Feet are facing the hoop, hips, shoulders, they're a little bit twisted here because the shot's already gone, but it was pretty good overall. We would just like to see him get a little bit further into the lane on that one. Now we'll look at the same thing from the left side. So again, we want to make sure as a player, you get your players low so that when they step through off the curl, again, we want them shooting from around this area. So it comes through. So this is, you can already tell he's going to be further into the middle of the court because he got lower, and the player did a really good job of using that inside foot to step through. He's shielding his defender, and he's going to get a great look at the shot, great look at the hoop. And see, that's perfect. That's right where we want to be. Feet are squared to the rim, hips squared to the rim, shoulders squared to the rim. So this is a really good job of coming off of a curl into the shot. We'll watch it from the left, right, shot. Great job by the player here. So that's what you want to see on a curl. Oh, sorry about that. All right, now we're going to look at a raise. So this is similar footwork to a right curl. Player is going to be coming off of a down screen. You know, we'll say the screen is over here. Player's coming up, catching the shot. Then you want to make sure that they are right, left, up into the shot. So again, you can see plants with the right, uses the momentum, swinging through with his left leg, and that's going to rise him up into the shot. Perfect. We'll watch that again. Right, left, shot. So you just, again, you want to emphasize with your players, especially the younger ones, that as they're coming through, they need to be low so that they can explode up into the shot. And the lower the player is, the more likely they are to go straight up and down, because their momentum, that they are low, the momentum takes them straight up and down versus being upright. And it's a lot easier to fade, shoulders turn. So the lower your players are, the more easy it is for them to go straight up and down and use their momentum into their shot. So you don't necessarily want to start high. See, he's high right here, and then he goes low into the shot and comes back up. You really want to make sure that your player is this low the whole time so that when they catch the ball, it's a quick release and their momentum and power is already taking them up versus coming high, going low, and coming back up high again. That takes a lot of momentum out of the shot. And then especially late in the game when the player's legs are tired, they're going to end up with a lot of short shots because they've taken away all their momentum. So you want to make sure that they're low all the way through here. Then they catch and rise up into their shot. So very important for the player to be low. And we'll look at this again on the left side. So the same thing, same concept, just on the other side of the hoop. Player comes up, plants the left foot, comes through with their right, using their momentum, taking them up into the shot. You can see now this is good. Squares or shoulders are square, hips square, feet square. Now, you do not want your player to be on the line. Worst shot in basketball right here. All right. You want to make sure that your player is behind the line. 1 inch is the difference between 2 and 3 points. Worst shot in basketball right here. Outside of that, player does a pretty good job. He's coming through. Still would like him to be a little bit lower. You can see he's a little bit upright because he catches it high, then goes low, and then comes back up. So you want to make sure your player is low so that they catch it already down, plant, step through, momentum takes them up into the shot. But again, he does a good job. Feet are square, hips are square, shoulders are square. Great job by this player of coming through overall and making sure that their body is straight up and down. So yeah, again, I appreciate you guys taking some time to listen. Hopefully this was beneficial. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a shout, email, WhatsApp, anything that I can do to be of assistance, please let me know. And hopefully you guys got some useful tips out of this one. And best of luck to the next month or so. And I'm sure we'll see you guys soon. Thanks and God bless.